Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have an important question which was asked in the TCS NQT on 9th of April. The question is find the prime number and sum of those digits, and you have given the two integers m and n, but here in this question n is not used anywhere in the program, but students in the exam have to take the both inputs m and n in the exam. Okay, now the first thing is find the mth prime number. Second thing is compute the digits sum repeatedly until it's become a single digit. I will explain this. Then multiply the prime number with the single digit, and the fourth thing is print the result. That's it. So here we have one thing, that is a range value is from greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 10,000, and here the inputs are two integers m and n, but n is not used anywhere in the program. The output is print the result whatever by calculating those things conditions. Okay, and see, here is the test case. Input 6 and 8. See, 8 we will not use anywhere, but 6 we will use. Sixth prime number is 30. Okay, now if we start from first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth prime number, usually we will get 13 only. Digit sum is 13 digit. We will break down the 13 into digits, single digits. 1 plus 3 is 4, and therefore the result is 13 into 4. We will multiply this 13 and this 4. Okay, it will be 52. Second test case, here we have a catch, that is 10th. We have to find the 10th prime number. 50 you ignore. Okay, now 50 you ignore. 10th prime number is 29. So the digit sum is, we break down 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. So 11 is 1 plus 1 is 2, because we have to repeatedly calculate that sum until we get the single digits like 2. That is from 0 to 9 until we get the 1 to 9 example. Okay, and the next thing is 29 into 2 is this 29, and 2 we will multiply, we will get 58. So here I have taken the inputs by with the help of scanner class. See, here I have written some logic. This is the logic. I will explain what is this. See, here I have taken from 2 to 10,000. Why I have taken that 2 to 10,000, I will explain. As you guys know, this is the logic to find the prime number. Okay, na? So why I have taken from 2 to 10,000 is, see here, they have given the range value is from greater than or equal to 0, and the m value will be less than or equal to 10,000. The input user or the program will enter between this only, this range only. Okay, so I'm finding all the prime numbers until 10,000. Okay, now until 10,000, not 10,000 prime numbers. Until 10,000, I am finding all the prime numbers, and I am storing in the list. Okay, I am storing in the list. This is the logic for that. Nothing, assuming before entering into any number, assuming that it's a prime number, flag is equals to true. If it divides with 0, then we are assuming, we are converting that flag into false, means if it is false, that number will not be added in the array list, means that is not a prime number. That's it. So if you guys have any doubt, I have printed here that list also. I will show you. I will run and I will show you. So here, for example, I will enter 6 and 7. See here, from starting to and until the uh, 10,000. Okay, now until the 10,000 number, whichever we get a what we call it, prime number, all it has been stored in the list. Okay, now this is, there are many other logics to find this program. So I have used one of the logic which is easy to understand. Okay, so I think this one is clear. Okay, now so the next thing is, we have to find the 10th prime number. Okay, for example 10 and 50, we have to find the 10th prime number. So what I will do, I will create one number variable which is equals to, okay, now l dot get of. Okay, now see, here they have given m minus 1. Why I have taken m minus 1 means, see, this index in the list will start from 0. Okay, so if there is if they have given first prime number, I have to take the 0th index. If they have given the what to call it, the sixth prime number, I have to go to fifth index. 0 1 2 3 4 5. See, fifth index is 13, means sixth position. prime number. Okay, now that's it. So we have done this, and again I will take this thing and I will create one more variable that is equals to num, and that is equals to number. So here why I will explain. So now what I have to do is I will run a for loop. Okay, now why for loop means, see, not for loop, I'm sorry, I will run while loop. See, again we have to break down na, we have to break down this 13 into single digit na. So for that I will create a while loop. While number, okay, now number is greater than, see, until that number is greater than 9 means it's a two digit number. If it is less than 9, we can assume that it is between 1 to 9 only, means single digit number. So I have created this thing, and I will create a variable called sum which is equals to 0. Okay, why I will tell you. Again I will run a while loop. Why this while loop means, to find the sum. Okay, now you, I think you guys know the how to find the sum of digits in the number. Okay, so that logic I'm putting here. Okay, so while num is greater than 0, what I will do this, and next what I will do is, so sum plus is equals to num modulus 10, and therefore num by is equals to 10. Okay, now this is this thing, and at last what we have to do is we have to update the num which is equals to sum. Okay, now this is the logic. You guys, I think you guys understood this. This is just to find that number, that sum. If it is okay, again I will check, I will put that sum into this number. If that number is greater than 9, again this loop will run, or else this loop will get terminated. Okay, now as far as system, I'm printing each and every value. You guys don't print. Okay, now just print the final answer. Okay, so I will print this num also. Num will get, at last num will only get updated, so I'm printing num only. And the next thing is, so just we have to, just we have to uh, print, okay, multiply and print num into, and the number. That, see, why I took two num this thing means, because I want that value again no to multiply here, so I have done that. Okay, now result, don't print this result string and all. Okay, now in the exam just print that answer. Okay, if they have given any that you have to print any number and all, you have to print. See, the result is 52. Okay, now we got the expected output 52. Okay, and the one more I will pass this also. We'll run once again. Run 10 to 30. Okay, see, the result is 58. See, 58. See, that's it in this video. This is the logic. See, that's it. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.